Hello and welcome to another Imperator Dev Diary talkthrough thing. I still don't know what to call these things. So, first off, we've got the Saturday teaser. Yeah, this one was put up on Saturday, and it is the population map mode for Imperator Rome. And it is, as Johan quite adequately says, rather interesting. So, of course, we see Italy, northern Italy especially, is very populated. Sicily is very populated. Carthage, of course. And then we have, obviously, the Nile Delta. Looks like it is the most populated region in the game, which makes absolute sense. No problem whatsoever with any of this, to be honest. Obviously, we've also got Mesopotamia, which is like before the invasions of the Mongols and of the likes of, the Black Death hit this area particularly badly. This was one of the most populated regions in the world as well. So obviously you've got the Tigris and Euphrates in Mesopotamia. These are really large, important rivers, and yeah, breadbasket, just as much as Egypt ever was. So yeah, I'm quite liking this. I have no idea what these places are. I'm guessing some of these used to be... This is probably Alexandria. Like, Alexander made quite a few new cities and called them all Alexander. Or, he called some of them Alexandria. It was more than one. Anyway, moving swiftly on, we have the Sunday teaser, which is this one. So, teaser for tomorrow's Dev Diary, and we're looking at Barbarian Traditions and chariot culture, allowing chariots. I like the fact that we're seeing quite a lot in Britain. So here, if I can count these a second, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I guess, in Cornwall. In EU4, I think this is 2 provinces. And now this is 8. No, in Mayo and Texas it's 2 provinces. In Vanilla it's only 1 province? I would have to check that, but I'm fairly sure that this is quite a lot larger than we're used to. Also, of course, we've got a lot of traditions here. So, let's move on to the Dev Diary and see what this is all about. So, hi everyone, and welcome to the 15th Dev Diary for Imperator. This time it's about a feature that does not correspond to anything we had in the original Rome, which is our new military tradition system. There are 7 different military traditions in the world, tied to which culture group you have, and due to the size of the traditions and how they're structured, you will see rather different and unique nations. Military traditions unlock unique abilities, unlocks new units, and gives special bonuses to units. Each military tradition has 1 bonus they get from the start, and then 3 different paths they can go down through. Where after you've picked the 7th tradition in the path, you'll get the special benefit for that as well. Okay, so this is seeming quite like idea groups in EU4, but obviously very, very different as well. So, if we go back to this one, these are the 7 different traditions, I guess you can take. And I'm wondering, is it going to lock us into one of these? I think that is what it's kind of saying. So you've got these barbarian traditions, and you have to choose one of these paths to go down. That's what it sort of sounds like. So yeah, let's move on. So, the first path of the barbarian traditions is the Britannic path. So, scythe chariots, giving offensiveness. Coming of age gives light infantry defensiveness. Living off the land gives less unit attrition. Word of mouth gives more manpower recovery. Chariot mastery gives chariot morale. Selective breeding gives light cav cost. And take up arms gives archer morale. And then if you finish all that, you get trained cavalry, which is plus 15% discipline to both light cavalry and chariots. Interesting. Okay. Also, I think I skipped a bit. It's not likely you'll get to the end of all paths by the end of the game, so you really have to think about which path you want to progress down through first. Okay, maybe you can pick more than one path then. One military tradition currently costs 800 military power, and each tradition taken increases the cost by 50%. So the first would be 800, the second would be 1200. However, each military tech level reduces by 25%. So this initially seems like a huge cost, and these bonuses don't seem like they're worth 800 military power. But if you can get, 2 miltechs ahead before you take any of these, 400 mil power for something like this, maybe. I could see it working. Alright, second path of the Barbarian Traditions is a dramatic path. So, light infantry morale, light, cav, and chariot cost, combat bonus for light infantry in forests. I like this. I like this a hell of a lot. Giving certain units better bonuses, or probably we're going to see drawbacks as well. For terrain, that's huge. Like, I can imagine hilly terrain being horrible for heavy infantry that are going down the, I don't know, maybe there's a Hellenic path for infantry, and would be Barbarian Traditions, and so that would be like, northern Iberia, France, and Britain. So what would the likes of Greece and Rome fall into? I kind of want to say Hellenic, but then not really. I mean, I know Rome's religion was based on Hellenism, but I don't want to say civilized. That feels wrong. But regardless, call this tradition what you will, but the paths. If we've got a Hellenic and a Roman and maybe a Carthaginian or Phrygian or something like that path, then I can imagine that heavy infantry in the Hellenic world will be the likes of phalanxes, whereas the heavy infantry in the Roman world will be, standard heavy infantry that everyone thinks of. Hastati and Triarii and the like. So perhaps, if we're getting different combat bonuses, and assuming we get nerfs as well, then phalanxes would be terrible in hilly terrain, mountainous terrain, and forests, and pretty much anything that isn't a flat as a pancake fucking field. Yeah, I could see this working really nice. I like this. This makes me excited. I like it. Alright. Glory of the Hunt allows raiding. Shield Wall is plus 15% in heavy infantry defensiveness. Young must serve is infantry cost. Hail of Stones is archer defensiveness. And the end bonus is adaptability, which gives plus 15% discipline to light infantry. Okay. And then the Gallic path is archer offensiveness, more manpower, combat bonus for light infantry and chariots on plains. There we go, there's that bonus on terrain again. I like it, I like that a hell of a lot. Defense of our home allows levies. Interesting, okay. People on the move is quicker unit recruitment, heavy infantry offensiveness, and then plus 15% siege ability. And the end of that path is blow the trumpet in the new moon, which gives plus 10% land morale. Nice, I like it. Alright, so we can see here, this is the third tradition, path tradition. So the entire thing is a tradition. What are these called? What are these individually things called? One military tradition. Okay, so each of these are individually called traditions. This is the third one down. Chariot planes combat bonus and light infantry planes combat bonus. Nice, nice, I like it. The one on the left, on the right, is clearly the Gallic path. This one here. Lovely, okay. Next week we'll be looking into where all the roads lead, so clearly we're talking about Rome. And also, having a look at this map, you can see there, if we're in a map mode dedicated to traditions, that looks like Druidic. There's got to be something behind Druidic. That could be Druidic. The green is Druidic. Then we've got Iberic, and then we've got Hellenic, which includes Rome. So I guess Rome is counted as Hellenic. And then we've also got there Canaanite, which would obviously be like Carthage and Phrygia, possibly the rest of Egypt as well. I'm not entirely sure on that one though. Phrygia perhaps would be Canaanite? I'm not sure. But yeah, looks like that's what we're getting. Iberic, very small, is can't really tell what that map mode is. If it's, I mean, it could be culture groups, it could be religion, it could be tech group. It could be a lot of things, to be honest, and I guess at some point we will find out. But yeah, looking at this, compared to the last Dev Diary, you can see this one is going down a hell of a lot better than the last. And I guess I wouldn't disagree with that either. I think this is a much better Dev Diary. Nothing really to be disappointed about, just all good all round. So, looking at the developer responses, Druidic Germania also strikes me as strange. I know Southern Germania had a lot of Celts, but was the North the same? I guess that religious group here represents religions with similar styles rather than actually similar religions. Germanics aren't Druidic religion in the game though. I guess this white stuff here is Germanic? Okay. Why does the map posted by Johan say they are? It doesn't. It shows the Celts in southern Germany that the post I was talking about, and a big area with another colour that covers most of Germany, which is another religion, and then various screenshots. So this does seem like a religious map. Gotcha, okay. Do you need to complete a path before starting another one? If yes, then all tribes will look more or less the same? No. Good. That does mean that you can pick and choose, so you want to go 2 here, and then 1 here, and then start on this one. Absolutely fine. Okay, good. I like it. I guess the light grey area in northern Germania is the Germanic religion. It begs another question though, since Scandinavia is represented in the game, will they share the same Germanic religion, or will there be an actual distinction between German Germanic and Norse Germanic? No distinction, Germanics are pretty much in the middle of the migration from Scandinavia at our start date. Who they would have displaced is a bigger question, however, one to which there is not an easy answer. Okay, great. So yes, this is a religious map mode. And the religions seem a lot more, I don't want to say simplistic, but it does seem like the most appropriate word to say. It seems a lot more simplistic religiously than we can see in Imperium Universalis, though I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. So, yeah, your mileage may vary, but I'm actually quite in favour. I'm totally fine with that. So yeah, that is Dev Diary 15, a welcome improvement over the last one, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one. All roads lead to Rome, so we'll be talking about the Romans. How lovely. Alright, thank you very much for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to click the like button. Please do leave your thoughts down in the comment section below, and I will see you guys next week for another Dev Diary. See you later.